Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I asked you on Instagram a few questions and I thought it'd be fun if I did a how well do you know me poll. And I asked you guys a bunch of things that I didn't think a lot of people would know. And I definitely fooled a lot of people that I thought would get 100% on this test, a lot of my best friends. So I'm just gonna hop right into it. And the first one I said was my biggest fear is heights. And this is 100% true. I have been terrified of heights since I can remember. Even being on the second story would scare me when I was younger. Being on tall towers, standing too close to like rails, like even at the mall, would really freak me out. If anyone else would do it, or if I saw a little kid doing it, I would get so nervous. I don't know why. It just makes me so shaky and just so uncertain, like really, really tall things. Okay, the second one fooled like everyone. So many people got this one wrong. It said I had my belly button pierced, and I have never had my belly button pierced, and I've never even wanted to have my belly button pierced. So it's kind of funny that a lot of people would picture that I had that, I guess, or just seemed like someone who would do that. But I did have a nose piercing. Another one that a lot of people got wrong was that I once auditioned for a singing show. I've never done that either. Maybe I should because everyone thinks that I have. I don't really know. I do like to sing. I used to be way more passionate about it, and I actually wanted to be a singer. The next one is I achieved a black belt in karate. This one's a little bit tricky because I was in karate for like, I don't know how long, maybe 3 years. I'm not 100% sure. And I got to a brown belt, so I quit like right before I was entering into a black belt, and I did it when I was way younger. But I decided to quit because there weren't a lot of girls. Well, I quit for a lot of reasons. Okay, this next one was Taylor was my first kiss, and no, he was not my first kiss. We met when I was 16, almost 17, so yeah, I had my first kiss way before that, and he had his first kiss way before we met too, so we were not each other's first kiss or anything like that. Next one was I'm pregnant. I am not pregnant. I feel kind of bad putting this because like all my super close friends and my family members like texted me and called me asking me if I was pregnant. I didn't really think about that. I just thought that I would be able to like, maybe like it would be cool to like see what people thought. But we are trying to get pregnant, but we are currently not pregnant. I will let you know when that happens, and I will not do it on my story. Okay, the last one is I survived a near-death car accident, and this is true. When I was in 10th grade, going into 11th grade, yes, I think it was the end of 10th grade, me and four other friends of mine, and my best friend's dad were driving home from Venice Beach. We were all just like messing around and singing and dancing in the car, and all of a sudden it just like the front window shattered, and it almost sounded like a gunshot because it was just such a strong like shatter. Glass was everywhere, and I remember when I opened my eyes, and Dallas, one of my really good friends, was just completely passed out on top of me, and she had this huge burn across her neck. And Taylor was just like by the time she was talking, she was just like screaming like, ow, like I'm in pain, like dad, like help. And then like he was just like bleeding on his face, so I was like completely traumatized. We drove straight to the hospital because we were already on the freeway, and what had happened was like, picture like a plank of wood, like for your fence or something, probably about this long. I would say like 3 feet, 2.5 to 3 feet, but it was metal. It was a metal plank, and it just went completely through our windshield, and the windshield had a huge slash in it, and it hit. We obviously don't know because none of us saw it because it just went through it so fast, but that it hit Taylor's wrist, which broke it, and then it just skimmed Dallas's neck, and it left a huge burn on it. And I don't think she had any fractures or anything in her neck. She had like, her neck ended up being fine, but she did have to make sure like this didn't get infected or anything, and Taylor needed surgery for her wrist. She ended up getting rods in her wrist. So I technically was never like, my life was never threatened, but I think it could have easily ended badly if the plank decided to go another way. And it took off actually Kaylee's headrest, and it was stuck in the back of the car. So like none of us knew what happened until we got to the hospital. We pulled up into the emergency room area, and we got out of the car and we just saw it sticking out, and it was just like such an overwhelming emotional experience. You know, I was just crying, and everyone was crying, and we were just hugging each other, and Dallas had to get taken on a stretcher, and she didn't become conscious until we were almost at the hospital. Anyway, it's just very scary, and Taylor and Dallas were both in the hospital for a while. I think about a week, maybe even longer than that. And it was just really scary, and it definitely caused me to think a little bit about my life and kind of reevaluate where I was in my life and why, you know, why it didn't go another way, why we were all just such minor injuries. Also, I still, because of what happened, have like anxiety when driving on the freeway sometimes, especially if it's really crowded, or if I see a lot of like dirt getting kicked up, if I see things in the road on the freeway. It definitely brings up some of that anxiety that I had felt from that happening. It was just really traumatizing, obviously, and just so abnormal. Like, that doesn't really happen very often. Yes, those were all my questions. I hope that those were good and that they fooled some of you. I wanted to do questions that not everyone would know, or that would kind of be a little tricky. I just thought this was really fun and a really quick, easy video to do. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe. I post videos weekly. I didn't post last week, but I'm going to get back on my weekly schedule. Things have just been crazy, and since I have my mom in town, I've been doing a bunch of fun things, so haven't had time to really sit down and edit and film. So anyway, thank you guys so much for watching, and let me know any other ideas that you have that I could film for you, and I'll see you next week. Bye!